Okay, I want to be respectful of everyone's time, and so others may continue to join us, but we will go ahead and get started. So, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar on exploring arts and sciences summer session opportunities at WashU. My name is Ashley June Moore, and in addition to being a proud WashU alum, I serve as Director of Summer Session and Programmatic Initiatives in the College of Arts and Sciences, and I will be your presenter today. Thank you for taking the time to join me. Today, I'll provide you with an overview of A&S summer session, a preview of some of the 2025 summer course offerings, including online options. I'll give you more information about the registration and enrollment process for summer, and there will be an opportunity at the end for you to ask any lingering questions you may have. The chat has been disabled, but if a question arises as I go through the presentation, please feel free to use the Q&A feature, and I'll try my best to make sure it gets addressed. A copy of the recording as well as the slides will also be sent via email to everyone who registered, and it will be posted on the summer session website. So know that that is also coming. Let's begin with an overview. So for those of you who may not be as familiar with A&S Summer Session, our mission is really to supplement academic year course offerings, facilitate fulfillment of core degree requirements, and create space for exploration by offering a diverse range of high-quality courses and learning experiences during the summer that are designed to meet the needs and interests of current WashU students, pre-college students, as well as domestic and international visiting students. To that end, we are committed to fostering a supportive and engaging learning environment, providing excellent instruction, and promoting a culture of continuous learning and growth. So, whether you are looking to wrap up major and minor requirements, stay on track with your degree program, or delve into something new, A&S Summer Session can help you achieve your goals. Featuring options for asynchronous online and in-person courses across 4 primary sessions with shorter and longer session dates to choose from. A&S Summer Session provides flexibility for you to take a course as part of your summer plans and academic path. The registration page on the Summer Session website provides all of these details, but here are some key dates for your reference. Summer courses will be publicly available for browsing in course listings on Monday, February 3rd. Registration for summer courses officially begins on Wednesday, March 26th. And you can see here that summer session is organized into one 3-week session, session 1, which runs from May 19th to June 6th, 2 5-week sessions that run consecutively, session 2, which runs June 9th to July 11th, and session 4, which runs July 14th to August 14th, and an 8-week session, session 3, that runs concurrently with the first 5-week session from June 9th to August 1st. Now that you have a sense of how A&S Summer Session is structured, I'd like to share more about the types of course offerings you can expect this summer. As mentioned previously, students will be able to choose from a broad range of in-person courses with several online options as well. I'll begin with our in-person courses. Since some of these details are still being finalized, I won't be able to list all of the specific courses that will be available on campus this summer, but I can share that many of our STEM sequence courses like Organic Chemistry 1 and 2, Physics 1 and 2, and their respective labs are mainstays of the summer session curriculum. We also work diligently to ensure that there are several options across all sessions that fulfill key elements of the arts and sciences IQ curriculum. So whether you need to complete an LCD, a writing intensive, an applied numeracy, etc., there will be courses for you to select from. I should also note that several departments and programs, including African and African American Studies, American Culture Studies, Classics, Drama, Jewish, Islamic, Middle Eastern Studies, and Religious Studies, are all planning to offer exciting courses that were not part of the summer session roster last year. So be on the lookout for those when course browsing goes live. As a reminder, course browsing will officially be available in course listings beginning Monday, February 3rd. But I've gotten several inquiries already, so I'm excited to be able to give you a preview of the approved online options that will be offered this summer. Students indicated that they would like to see even more online courses as a part of summer session. So for the second year of the A&S Summer Online Pilot, we have doubled the selection and look forward to offering 10 robust courses taught by dynamic A&S faculty members that will run in either session 2, which again is 5 weeks, or session 3, which is 8 weeks. Here you can see the course titles as well as which attributes they carry. In session 2, we'll have American Politics, Intro to Archaeology. Note that a section of this course will also be offered in session 4. We have Topics in History, Set in Stone, Monuments, Memory, and Public History, Human Biology, Biological Psychology, and Intro to Video Game Studies. In session 3, we'll have Basic Korean 1, Elementary Probability and Statistics, Argumentation, and Medical Spanish. I'll share more soon about the registration and enrollment process for summer session and what students can expect while taking either in-person or online courses over the summer. But I want to make mention now of a few items of note specifically for our A&S Summer Online courses. All courses that have been approved to be taught online through the A&S Summer Online Pilot may be counted toward major, distribution, and/or graduation requirements in the College of Arts and Sciences. Visiting students and students from other divisions within WashU are advised to consult with an advisor from their home school or division to discuss courses and transfer credit procedures prior to registration. Due to the overall demand for these courses and to ensure a manageable workload for students during the intensive summer term, students must limit their enrollment to only one summer online pilot course at a time. This is true even if the student would still be within the maximum credit limit for that session. Official policies regarding maximum credit loads during A&S summer session can be found at summersession.washu.edu/FAQ under registration. Lastly, due to capacity limitations, priority will be given to currently matriculated A&S students, including those pursuing a dual degree or second major in arts and sciences. We will, however, open enrollment to students from other divisions within WashU, visiting students from other institutions, and pre-college students as course eligibility and space allow. Now that we've discussed the types of course offerings that will be available for the 2025 summer session, you may be wondering how the registration process works. Registration for summer courses begins Wednesday, March 26th in WebStack, not Workday Student. There are no priority registration assignments given, so all current WashU students are eligible to log into WebStack to register for summer courses beginning at 7:30 a.m., regardless of class standing. For students interested in our A&S Summer Online courses, please note that all students will initially be placed on the waitlist when they register. The waitlist will be processed in order of registration, with first priority going to A&S students and students for whom the course is needed for their declared major or minor. Other students will be admitted as course enrollment allows. Each year, we also welcome pre-college students as well as domestic and international visiting students to be part of our A&S summer session learning community. The registration and enrollment process for these populations is slightly different, however. So we encourage you to visit the summer session website for additional information and next steps. Regardless of whether you're taking a course in person or online, or whether you're a current WashU student or a student visiting from another institution, our summer tuition rates are the same. For undergraduate level courses, students can expect to pay $1,220 per credit, or $3,660 for a standard 3-unit course. The rate is slightly higher for graduate level coursework at $1,470 per credit, or $4,410 for a 3-unit course. It's worth noting that this is significantly less than the $2,688 per credit rate that is applied during the standard academic year. Fees will vary per course, but tuition and any associated fees should be available in the course details on course listings. For current WashU students, tuition and fees will be automatically billed to your student account. Once the charges appear, the outstanding balance is generally due on or near the 20th of the following month, unless other arrangements have been made. Unpaid bills will result in a financial hold being placed on the student's account. For domestic and international visiting students, we require tuition and fees to be paid in full prior to enrollment. There are several important registration-related dates and deadlines that I'd like to call to your attention. As a reminder, this information is also available on the registration page of the summer session website. Note that course cancellations due to low enrollment are typically made at least 15 days prior to the start of each respective session. With the exception of session 3, students typically have 48 hours after the course begins to drop and still receive a 100% refund. After this date, students can expect a W to appear on their transcript should they drop a course. And then lastly, unlike during the standard academic year, there is only one deadline each session for a student to change their grade option, either from pass-fail to credit or from credit to pass-fail. This is also the last possible day that students will be eligible to withdraw completely from a course. Even with summer tuition rates being discounted by more than half of the standard semester per credit rate, we understand that affordability is still a concern for some. So I wanted to spend a little time talking about financial aid and grant opportunities for summer session. WashU students who have matriculated and been accepted into a degree program have the opportunity to apply for financial assistance for summer coursework. Typically, this assistance is provided in the form of student loans. To be eligible for loan assistance, students must meet the following requirements. Current undergraduate students must be enrolled in and complete a minimum of 6 units of coursework during summer term with a C or 2.0 minimum grade point average. Current graduate students must be enrolled in and complete a minimum of 3 units of coursework during the summer term with a B or 3.0 minimum grade average. To be considered for aid, students must complete a summer school financial assistance application, which is accessible on the WashU financial aid website. We typically encourage students to work directly with their student financial services counselor to review eligibility and discuss any questions about the summer aid application process. There are also a very limited number of summer springboard grants made available to current WashU students directly through the College of Arts and Sciences. These are need-based financial awards offered for the purpose of helping eligible students make satisfactory progress toward an on-time graduation. Students can visit summersession.washu.edu/springboard to review the eligibility criteria and application timeline. Now that we've talked through many of the logistics related to taking advantage of A&S summer session, you may still have some questions about what the student experience is like and what you can expect while enrolled in summer courses, either in person or online. I'll start with commonalities between both course modalities and then spend some time talking specifically about items that are unique to the in-person course experience and the online course experience, respectively. Regardless of whether a student is engaging with a course from a physical classroom on campus or online, it is important to dispel the myth that summer courses are easier or less rigorous than their academic year counterparts. Students can receive full academic credit for all the courses listed as part of A&S summer session. Therefore, they carry the same rigor and workload requirements as are expected during the standard academic year. Summer session courses are just offered in a condensed format. This means that for every 1 hour of instruction, students are still expected to spend 2 to 3 hours outside of class studying and doing homework. Note that condensed does not equal abridged. In some ways, summer courses can be even more challenging because roughly 15 weeks worth of material is being covered in a much shorter period of time. This is precisely why we've instituted specific maximum credit loads for each session to ensure the workload for students remains manageable. While some students are able to work or complete an internship while taking multiple summer courses, due to the intensive nature and condensed nature of these courses, time management is an essential skill for students to employ regardless of whether the course is being taken in a physical classroom on campus or online. Students must be prepared to set aside the appropriate amount of time to ensure they are able to focus and complete their course or courses successfully. While the details about specific operating hours are still forthcoming, students enrolled in summer courses should have access to resources like the university library, the Writing Center, the Learning Center, and more to help aid in their success as well. Lastly, I should also highlight that summer courses, regardless of modality, are frequently smaller in size than their counterparts during the academic year. This means you'll have plenty of opportunities to engage with the instructor as well as your fellow classmates. Now I'll discuss some of the experiences that are unique to each course delivery method. For those taking courses with us in person this summer, you can expect your class enrollment to generally be no more than 60 students, with most courses averaging 10 or fewer. Most courses meet 5 days a week, but the time spent in class will vary by session and total number of units. For example, a 3-unit course in session 1, which is only 3 weeks, will meet for 3 hours each day, while a 3-unit course in session 4, which is 5 weeks, will meet for an hour and 45 minutes. We've also received a few questions about summer housing options. On-campus housing is available to both current WashU students and visiting students during summer session. The College of Arts and Sciences, however, does not coordinate those logistics. For more information about housing options while taking summer courses in person, students are encouraged to work directly with summer programs and conference services. For those taking online courses with us this summer, you can expect your class enrollment to be capped at 20 students, noting that some courses may have a lower cap based on department or program policy. Argumentation, for example, can have no more than 12 students enrolled. Unlike in-person courses, A&S summer online courses are primarily asynchronous with no set meeting days or times, although there will likely be some opportunities for synchronous engagement through instructor office hours and appointments in addition to small group projects with classmates. Details for any synchronous engagement will be in the course syllabus. While these courses are primarily asynchronous in nature, students can expect to become part of a dynamic learning community, including the following elements: A diverse array of thoughtfully crafted learning opportunities that lend themselves to individual exploration of course material, as well as collaboration with fellow students and the professor. They can expect a modular course design with logically spaced intermediate deadlines for each unit. This means that courses are not self-paced, nor are they open exit, although there may be opportunities to work ahead if needed. As mentioned before, students can expect an academically rigorous experience, roughly equivalent to the in-person iteration of the course. This means that you should be prepared to dedicate the same amount of time and attention that you would give to a standard in-person course delivered on campus. You'll also have flexibility to complete your studies from anywhere in the world without the added financial burden of needing to be physically present in the St. Louis area. And lastly, you can expect a pedagogically sound, sleek, modern course that has been carefully designed over many months by a dedicated and experienced full-time ANS faculty member. These are not the COVID era online courses you may remember. Now that we've finished covering the basics of ANS summer session, I'd like to transition to responding to specific questions that may not have been addressed in the presentation. If you haven't done so already, please feel free to add your questions now using the Q&A box. I'll give folks a moment to do that, but I'll start with some of the questions that were submitted ahead of time. And so someone asked, will campus housing be available for in-person classes? And so, yes, there will absolutely be housing options available for in-person classes. But as a reminder, this is coordinated directly through summer programs and conference services and not the College of Arts and Sciences. In a similar vein, someone asked if it's true that if a student works on campus during the summer, housing will be covered. Well, the answer to this actually depends on who the employer is. For example, my understanding is that if a student works for summer programs and conference services, then housing is covered. But that may not be true for every office on campus that offers summer employment opportunities. I see someone asked, is physics happening and is it physics with lab? Yes, I am pleased to confirm that physics and physics lab will both be offered during the 2025 summer session. Getting a few more questions here. Is the required GPA the student's GPA before summer classes or the GPA for the summer session? It's the GPA the semester prior. And then is the 7:30 sign-up time on March 26th for class signups in Central Standard Time? Excellent question. Yes, all of the registration deadline and times will be based on Central Time. Well, I see a question. Can courses required for a major be taken over the summer? And are any courses for credit offered online, or do they all have to be taken in person? So yes, absolutely. The hope is that students will use summer session to help fulfill some of those major requirements to perhaps lighten their load during the academic year. So for sure, courses required for the major can be taken over the summer. And yes, again, we are pleased to offer 10 online courses this summer that can also be counted toward major and minor requirements. If there are no other questions now, definitely want to thank you again for your time and attention this afternoon. I hope you walk away from this presentation with a better understanding of ANS summer session in general, a sense of the types of courses that will be offered in summer 2025, including online options, more information about what the registration and enrollment process entails, as well as what you can expect while taking a summer course. If your question wasn't addressed or you think of additional questions after the webinar ends, please feel free to reach out to me at summersession@wustl.edu or visit our website, summersession.washu.edu, and I'll be happy to respond there. As a reminder, a recording of this presentation will also be posted on the summer session website and emailed to everyone who registered. This concludes our webinar on exploring arts and sciences summer session opportunities at WashU. Thank you again for your participation.